Hello everyone and welcome to Monday's edition of the vlog and happy World Snake Day. It is a fantastic day today, so I'm going to take the opportunity and talk about some of the snakes that I have here. And of course I am an animal lover, so any day like today, whether it be a snake, a lizard, a mammal, or anything from under the sea sort of stuff, it's a very good opportunity to spread the word of conservation. And of course the best way for me to do that is showcase my t-shirts, and they're for CBTV Australia of course, and they are for sale, and every sale made goes towards animal conservation. So I will continue to show you these things, and in the efforts of being able to sell these products and help out with animal conservation where we can. The biggest goal for us would be obviously to help out and do maybe a field trip day and help out in Bundaberg and with the turtles, or help Reptile Rehab Queensland or something like that, just to show that we are all about animal conservation and keeping our animals safe, and of course the planet as well. So with that said, let's get straight into some snakes, because I am ready to see these guys. Haven't seen them for a day, which is a big step. Like, I'm normally out here a fair bit, so let's get some snakes out and I'll babble on about them, shall we? So the first snake I want to show you all is of course Buddy the diamond python. Now this is a Morelia spilota, and they are obviously a carpet python, so very good climbers. And these guys are actually more situated down in the New South Wales area, which, like in Queensland, we have the coastal carpet pythons, which we find pretty much in one in three houses have one of these in their roofs. So these guys are pretty much the coastal carpet of New South Wales and Upper Victoria. These guys do love the cooler climate, and it's a great thing because you can actually have these guys out in aviaries up here, and in New South Wales I believe there's a few people that keep them in aviaries as the temperatures don't drop as much as obviously Victoria or something like that. But the way they get their name is obviously the diamond patterning here from the yellow sort of spots that they look like diamonds, and they come in a few different varieties as well. So we've got Buddy, which we think is going to be a high yellow, and we did have an adult a few years ago named Addy, and he was a black and white. So there's a few different ones. I think there's a Gosford line and a few other lines that people are working on, and they come out looking quite dull, but when they shed out a few times they look absolutely stunning. And when Buddy sheds, he looks absolutely gorgeous. It's that yellow pops out, the green clashes with it a bit, and they are a great hardy pet. Obviously not too temperamental like your jungle carpets can be, and they are generally a good first pet to have. And they do get around that sort of 8 to 9 foot mark like a normal carpet python, but Buddy was the first one that got us all started. So this is the animal for us that started Cold-Blooded Exotic Pets Supplies, and he's not leaving anytime soon, because have a look at that. He is an absolutely gorgeous animal. So sticking with the carpet python species, this is a jaguar carpet python, and in fact a jungle jaguar at that. So the temperaments can be a little bit more on the flighty side and can have that typical, I guess I shouldn't say typical, it's more of a defensive thing with the jungle carpets. They are tended to be a lot more able to strike and want to bite in a way. Like he's got my arm pretty tight here, and it's generally because they're normally just a lot more scared, I guess, and they are a lot more arboreal compared to your other carpet pythons, because they do tend to stay up in the trees a lot more. So this guy is obviously a bit more flighty, and he's actually got a belly full of rats, so I don't want to hold him for too long. But this is Hades, of course, and jungle jaguar carpet python. He's the second snake that we got, and that sort of paved the way for our genetic breeding programs here, which we haven't really bred him yet, but there's always the next step, which will be to breed this guy. But obviously he still needs a little bit more size, and we need to find a female for him, of course. So I'm going to chuck this guy back before he gets a bit too grumpy, but he's quite a big size now, so he can pack a bit of a punch. So here, that is Hades, the jungle jaguar carpet python. And of course, if I'm going to showcase snakes, I'm going to obviously show you my favorite in the collection, which is Maggie, the axanthic black-headed python. And she is a gorgeous girl. Have a look at that. Now, the axanthic gene actually strips the yellow pigmentation out of the animal and produces a silver to white coloration throughout the body, and keeping that black pigmentation. So it comes out as babies. They are the most stunning things besides obviously the albinos. They are the most stunning genetic mutation that is around for the black-headed pythons. There has been one person that has produced an albino, which I believe is over in the UK, and there's a few floating around Australia, I'm pretty sure as well. There's a few little whispers going around that there's still a few out there, or hets and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to see an albino in the flesh, but for now we have these guys here, which the possibility is endless for genetics, where you can add your pinstripes in there, you can add your golden chins in there and turn it into a silver chin. So there's a few different ways that you can play with this genetic mutation. So it's a great thing to have this as a part of our collection and be able to work with some black-headed pythons, because in my opinion they are one of my favorite species of snake. Now we do have the spotted pythons to show you, but I'll show you very quickly as I just witness them locking again. So the more that they lock, the more chances I have of producing an albino spotted this season, which was the end goal for me, and that was supposed to be last season, but they were obviously a bit too small. So hopefully this time we've got some very, very good chance to produce some albino babies. But I'll give you a peek in here, show you what we've got going on. And as you can see there, we have the lock there, and we don't want to disturb them too much, as you don't want to mess up that, because when they lock, they tend to lock for a few hours. So I want to make sure that we just have a quick peek and obviously show you as well what goes on in the reptile room. We've got to check every now and then, make sure they're doing well, make sure the heating's right, and make sure we've got some water there every now and then for them. And of course we have the womas, which I'll show you a quick look. They actually locked last night and having a little break. But you've got the male and the female both there, and it looks like the female is getting a bit more plump, which is a good sign as well, and we're hoping for some more babies there. So we'll have some womas for sale this year, which will be good, and probably at the end of the year anyway. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and cut the vlog here, everyone. It's been a fantastic day here playing with the snakes, and I'm actually going to be feeding some of the littlest snakes tonight, so I might even do a live video if I get the chance. If not, head over to the socials, and of course give us a like, share, have a comment, and I'll get back to you straight away. Until then, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me, hit that notification bell, and I promise I'll see you on Thursday.